right, folks, given the current economic circumstances, I decided to start my garden early. I have a turkey fig, dragon fruit, and an avocado. We've also got the sitting area over here made by some bricks that I found over in the corner behind me. And these, I pulled out my metal detector just for fun, and I found these. These are weights. Rusty old weights that were buried in the backyard, and I have the feeling that there's more of them. But I will be using those sort of as a part of my border. There is absolutely no shortage of river rocks back here. I'm able to easily dig them up and easily use them as borders. So I've got the first wall done. In a couple of weeks, I'll be doing this back wall. It's going to take me a little bit longer because I can only fit 4 of these poles in my car along with the mulch. I'll probably have to make a couple of trips. Also planted watermelon and red bell peppers, and I dug the area for my vegetables, but I have not planted them yet. That's going to be my vegetable area right here, and I also planted some grapes over there. The time for Victory Gardens is coming back. It's time to start homesteading and doing what we can literally with what we already have. Also, something that greatly needs to be taken into consideration is rationing. And I want to show you guys a really delicious alternative, much more healthy, less sugary alternative to cereal. And that's Quaker Oats, regular old Quaker Oats. The serving size is 1/2 cup. We need to start measuring and quote unquote rationing our food supply. So all you have to do is just keep your 1/2 cup serving in here. And then you've got your serving right there. One thing that I like to add is banana chips. I get these at Winco, but you can also get them from Augason Farms. As you can see, they're readily available just about everywhere. And I also like to add a bit of granola. I've got mine at Winco, but the granola is also available on Augason Farms. I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description, but just a little handful of those. And a little handful of banana chips. Add milk and you've got yourself a very healthy and delicious cereal alternative for much less expensive. So again, it's time to start rationing your food out. And this has 30 servings. So think about it. This thing costs you $3. It's going to last you a month as long as you stick to the appropriate serving size. So that's my tip. And let's go ahead and sit down and have us a little talk. Hey folks, Prepper Princess. So we're going to have to try this again without a microphone. I apologize, but there's nothing to attach this to. The little thing that attaches is like 4 feet away from the microphone itself. So I'm not sure how to get this thing to work. So, all right, where to start? During the Great Depression, approximately 35% of the population was unemployed. That was when we had a much smaller population than the one we have now, and economists are predicting that this economic downturn will create a 30% unemployment rate. As you know, the stock market has completely crashed. A crash is, there's not any specific number on a crash, but they say it is a very sharp and fast decline in a very short amount of time. And in the last 3 weeks, most of our stock market has lost 30 to 35% of the money that they had. So what can we do? So as you know, I don't even want to talk about the really quarantine of the coronavirus because you're all experiencing the effects of that. What a lot of preppers out there are focusing on is, you know, going to the store and buying toilet paper. If you're a prepper, you've already got toilet paper. And what I am focusing on right now, because I believe that we are headed for a very, very deep recession or another depression. And now I'm not talking about like the Great Depression in the 1920s and 30s. It might get that bad, but our society is a little bit different and we have a lot more credit than they used to have before. So I just wanted to talk to you about getting back to a simpler way of life. stock up on your seeds. It's time for a garden anyway. It's that type, it's the season. 'Tis the season to plant a garden anyway. But a lot of people are focusing on food and people are not focusing on producing your own food. America does not produce anything. So look at the man in the mirror and become a producer of something. Behind me, I just received this delivery. I'm super excited about it. So you saw my 3 dragon fruit bushes that are in bushes, cactuses that are in the backyard. And I just got 6 more. And these are a different strain of dragon fruit. The ones that are planted outside are pink with the pink internal flesh. These ones are going to have pink dragon fruit with the white flesh on the inside, which I've never tried the pink on pink, but the pink on white is absolutely delicious. At first, I didn't really, it's not that I didn't like it, I just didn't really have a taste for it. Like, it didn't taste like much, but now they're like my favorite and they're $6 at the store. If you remember my old house, artichokes used to be my favorite thing to eat. I ended up planting 4 bushes and I don't ever want to eat an artichoke again because I had so many, and that's probably what's going to happen with the dragon fruit over about 4 or 5 years. But I am totally okay with that right now. So you've seen what I've done to my garden, and as soon as I finish with this video, I'm going to get back out there because as you can see, there's still daylight. I'm going to get all these bad boys planted and I am super, super excited about it. Like more than I should be. Like, wah! So I'm super excited to get these. They're a superfood. They're amazing. So some of the things that, you know, people are talking about all the bad, but they're not providing any solutions. As you know, today, the Democrats voted against providing the U.S. citizens with a relief, a stimulus, something to stimulate the economy. We all know it's an election year. The Democrats do not want Trump to win again. So it may be a conspiracy theory as to where they are doing their best or absolute best to make sure that Trump does not get reelected. That is neither here nor there. So solutions to this issue is through riding out the storm. You guys have got to plant your own garden. You've got to start rationing your food. Rocky's asleep on the newspaper that the dragon fruit just came in. You see him right there? That's Rocky right there. Right there. So there's your Rocky cameo for the day. He's doing a lazy dog day. So we need to start growing our own food. I believe that rationing is not, I'm not talking about rationing to the point of being hungry. I'm talking about rationing in a rational type way. Instead of filling a bowl full of cereal, you know, all the way to the brim and then just pouring milk on top, it's time to look at the serving sizes. And when you're eating cereal, you're really just eating sugar. It's not giving you anything of any nutritional value that's going to keep you full for longer. I put in an alternative, which is Quaker Oats, banana, and granola, which is a slow burning carb, does not have any added sugars, and it's going to keep you fuller for much, much longer until you can make it until your next meal. On this channel, I will be continuing making poor man's meals. I think that now is the time to sort of reintroduce those to the audience. I think that a lot of people are going to be coming to this channel for frugal tips and tricks with the economy issues that we're having right now and possible unemployment all throughout the United States, as well as other countries, Canada and Australia, Europe, they're all struggling, UK, you name it. Everybody is sort of going through the same type of things that we are right now, and it's something where we can either united we stand or divided we fall. And my subscribers are amazing subscribers, and I think that we all stand united. We all have moral integrity, and I think that we can all get through this if we stick together. On each of the videos moving forward, if you have any recipes or tips and tricks for saving money, please feel free to post them. People who are reading through the comments might get some inspiration or ideas from your ideas and comments, and it's something that can be really helpful moving on. And not only should I indicate that you should start a garden, make sure that you do it based on the area in which you live to ensure that you'll have the best possible harvest. of all your fruits and vegetables and trees and whatnot. Also, make sure that you are adding water to everything at this point. That includes milk. Add water to milk to make it last longer. That includes all of your soaps, your laundry soap, dishwashing soap, just regular dishwashing soap, and not just the dishwasher stuff, but dishwashing soap, body wash, shampoo, conditioner. If you're a woman, to your makeup supplies, so your liquid foundation, make sure that you're adding water or a saline, your mascara. We need to make things last a lot longer at this point. It is really going to be about doing what you can with what you've got and not going out and purchasing more products. All right, so we'll go ahead and get into that in future videos, and I'll continue to make these for you. For this time being, do what you can with what you've got. Hunker in there. Prepper Princess out. Okay folks, one quick note on the bathroom. Whoever suggested using sandpaper is correct. It's starting to come off. I'm just doing it very lightly. And it's coming off. So I'd like to thank whoever said use sandpaper for the tip. Thank you. Da-da-da-da. It's all clean, sort of. Well, at least I sandpapered it out. It appears to be working over here too. Circular motions seem to be working, and it's coming off. And I've got a new faceplate, so it's gonna look good in here pretty soon. So clean you can see my reflection. Hi everybody. Look at that. I think I can try and get some rust off too, but the gross things that were going down are all gone. Thank you again for the tip about the sandpaper. Seems to be working on the toilet bowl too, and I can't even turn off the water because the valve is broken, so I'm getting it wet, but it seems to be working really well. Circular motion seems to be the key. And yes, I cleaned the toilet before I started doing this. See? Coming off pretty good. Really good. And on a funny note, while I was sitting there with the sandpaper in my hand, getting all the stuff off, I was having an irrational fear of a rattlesnake coming up through the toilet. And my brother decided to call me right at that moment, and my ringtone is set on the choo-choo train, so there's water all over the floor now. Because it scared me.